Hello, Cruising World, Mick the Suit Guy with you. It's Monday. Monday is Tips Day. So I have some from myself today for you. It's not Christmas yet, but I felt a bit Christmassy. Christmas in July. Although this is going out. When's this going out? What's the date today? 17. Oh, it's going out at the end of July because I'm running out. I need more tips. Those few of you that watch this regularly, and I know not many of you watch these, but quality over quantity, right? I also know not many of you watch until the end because Julie was watching one a couple of days ago, which she rarely does. And she noticed at the end of the video, I forgot to edit the end. Because what happens is when I finish these videos, I get up, I walk around, turn the thing off, and then you'll see sometimes I don't put the trousers on, pants on. And so I was wearing boxers, walking up. And then when I do these, I delete that. I forgot to this one time. So nobody picked up on it. So I know nobody's watching to the end. So we're going to put a test in to see if you watched to the end of this one. So, yeah. Anyways, I got 3 bit random ones this week. So we'll see. Number 1, and this is, I'm recording this on Friday, July the 17th. And this morning, there was a big grid blow up. Flights got delayed all over the place. Everybody's panicking. If there was ever a reason for you to not fly in the day of the cruise, this is it. So that's my number 1 tip. Unless you absolutely have to, do not fly in for your cruise the day off. It seems obvious, doesn't it? It seems obvious. Now, even today, we're all those people flying in today that are cruising tomorrow, you have to worry about them now. You know, this is a one-off, I understand that, but will they be able to get flights in the morning if they got cancelled today? I have noticed as the day's gone on, it's got a lot better and a lot of the flights are now on time, so hopefully they got everything fixed and sorted, but if it was worse and there was a whole day of cancellations, which I'm sure for some people there are because a lot of flights are full, and even if there are other flights later in the day, you may not get on them if there's all those people waiting. So don't fly in the day of unless you absolutely have no choice. And if you do have no choice, please make sure you get insurance just to cover yourself. I did just put a video out showing the difference between an annual plan and a regular one-trip plan. So have a look at that and see about the differences also. But yeah, that's my first little tip. And I'm not going to go into it in too much detail because I don't have to. Do not fly in the day of unless you absolutely have to. You know, if you're flying in from the West Coast to the East Coast, right, you're not going to land, even if you fly at 7 in the morning, you're not going to get here till late afternoon. Especially if you don't have a non-stop flight. All right, so let's do some more normal one. That's pretty obvious, right? That's about as obvious as saying, and how many times can I say when the ship leaves port, put your plane in airplane mode? People still forget. Seems obvious to me. One that isn't quite so obvious, and I've seen a lot of people comment on this lately, is slot tournaments, right? Slot pulls specifically. You know, they stopped doing the slot tournaments online, but now a lot of people in groups, especially in Facebook groups, like to do these slot pulls. And what I want to mention to put a bit of reality onto this situation is a lot of people are saying that why would they want to do a slot pull when the person running it is only running it to get a free cruise? Well, let me put a bit of perspective on that for you, because you don't make as many points running a slot pull as you might think unless it's a really big slot pull. And in my experience, from what I've seen, most of the big number slot pulls are like $20, $25 entries. You know, if you have a $100 slot pool, you're not going to have that many people. What you have to take into account is that on a Carnival cruise, and I'm doing this as a Carnival experiment, my next tip's going to be about Royal. So we're switching the cruise lines up today. So 1,500 points, I think it is, that gets you free drinks, right? So it's $2.50 a point. So do the math on how many points you need to get free drinks. Let's do it, shall we? Because I forgot to do that earlier, and we're doing this live. So 1,500 divided by 2.5 is 600 points, right? You need to, 600 spins is what you need to get that, because it's like $2.50 a point. So 600 spins at $2.50. Anyways, I did a little bit of math. If you do a slot pull, I lost my notes now, and you have 50 people and they're doing $25, which I think is not uncommon in slot pulls, that's going to get you 500 points, right? So to get the 1,500 just for the free drinks for the week, you would need to triple that. So you would need to have 150 people at $25, or you would need 50 people at about $75. Do the math yourself, and that's just to get yourself free drinks. I don't think that many slot pools are that big, and if they are, that's about the average size on the high end, I would imagine. So it's also a lot of work to do a slot pool, right? You want to get stuck with organizing, up to 150 people you don't know, having them all come, and you can't do them all at the same time, so you often have to stagger it. And then you got to have somebody by the machine counting the number of spins that they do. So it's a lot of work, everybody, to do a slot pull. So I will do some group trips with my clients and stuff. And when we do a bigger slot pull, I always find somebody within my group that is already a casino player, right? I know what bookings everybody's on, and I will let that casino player take it. Because I'm not going to get anything with those points. I don't gamble. So what good is it for me? So a casino player within your group, my good friend Sean, I typically have him do it. And he's Canadian, so you got to give them something. He's an Ipswich supporter, so he's okay in my books. But I'll have him do it to add to his already points, so help him get more. But it's a lot of work for him. Him and his wife Kelly, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So it's not really a tip. It's more of an explanation that when you see these people post about how unfair it is that one person gets to get all those points and get these free cruises, you're not getting close to that 90% of the time, unless it's a really high-end one with big money, a lot of people. You're not making as many points as you think. You're not making as much as you think. But if you're already a casino player, it can help you get to that point. It's a lot of work. I don't know. That's just my opinion. If you disagree with me, put it in the comments. The 7 of you that are going to watch this video. It is a bit demoralizing because I think these videos are pretty good. And I was watching some awful cabin video the other day, which had all their gear was lying all over the bed, and there were people sitting in the bed, and the radio was blaring, and they were talking over the radio. And, I personally, I hate it when people do it that way. I know they're doing it for Instagram, but now if you show that on YouTube, you're going to have all the player, and it's horrible. And it got like 50,000 views. I try and do my cabin views. Well, I did one recently where somebody said it was a terrible video, but whatever. But I try and keep them clean, empty room, see it all, do it the right way so you can see the whole screen, and I get like 20 views. So it is a bit demoralizing. But I won't give up yet. It's getting close though. All right, my last tip this week. So we have our first cruise coming up on Royal, on the Icon of the Seas to be precise. And one of the things I found out about Royal that I really do like, and its Celebrity does the same. Before the cruise, you can go in and buy a load of drink packages, like you can on every cruise. All sorts of different things. They got a whole screen that comes up with options, onboard activities, drink packages, food, casino, spa, all that stuff. You click on it, it shows you the offers, and you can go ahead and buy them. What I love about them is you can book that, but then they have these things called flash sales. And I've mentioned this before, but I want to give you some examples today. These flash sales are really, really good. They don't let you know when they're happening. But with Royal, you can sign up for this thing called Royal Price Tracker. And then you'll get an email. You can select what things you want to be notified on. And then every time there's a drop in price, you'll get an email. One of your items has come down in price, and you can go and check. And if you want to, you can cancel your original purchase and repurchase it at the lower rate. Genius, right? And I'm going to give you some examples of how that happened to us on this cruise. So I'm going to put a sheet up right now showing you our savings, as it were, what we did. So you'll see On 6/19/2023, highlighted in blue here, we got a 3-night dining package for $287.98. We also bought the deluxe beverage package for $1,599.56. You see it highlighted there in yellow. And under there in pink, they have this thing called the Key, which we paid $699.86 for. I won't go into a lot of detail about the Key. After my cruise, I'll be doing a lot more videos because it's my first Royal cruise. But basically, the Key is like you get priority embarkation, disembarkation, you get a free lunch when you get on, it's internet. So there's a lot of little things that add up to it. So for us, we weren't sure if it's worth it or not, but we wanted to try it to let you know if it's worth it. So we paid those prices for all those things on 6/19/2023. Then on February the 25th, 2024, under a flash sale, we saw, the first one there's a casita we got for $319.99. Now this cruise is going to St. Martin, St. Thomas, and the Coco Key. Why they call it Key when it's spelled C-A-Y is beyond me, but they call it Coco Key. So we have never been to Coco Key, so we're going ashore there, but we've been at St. Thomas and St. Martin so many times, we're just going to stay on board, and hopefully the ship will be somewhat empty and I'll be able to get to do a lot of filming. But we got this thing called the casita, which is like kind of a big cabana on board that you can share for several people. So we got one of those. In a port day, it's a lot cheaper than a sea day. So we got one. It was $319.99, highlighted there in grey. Also, in the flash sale, there was 25% off of the Key. So I went in, cancelled our original one at $699.86, and I repurchased it at $517.86, and I saved $182. As you see there in pink. Result. Then, on May 15th this year, the deluxe beverage package had a 30% off sale. So I went in and I cancelled the original one and I repurchased that new one and I saved $248.10. What a saving. Which is going to get better in a minute, as you'll see. Also, they had this thing called an unlimited dining package. Basically what that is, it means you can eat in any specialty restaurants. There are add-ons for some of the higher end ones, like a chef's table and some of the special things they do. You do pay a bit extra. But overall, it covers pretty much every premium, like specialty dinings you got to pay. So, and lunches as well. Now, on the port days, most of the lunch ones are closed. So, it's only really going to be on the sea days we get the free lunch on those. But we decided to cancel the 3-night package, which ended up being $48 a meal per person. And we ended up booking this unlimited dining package, again, so we can experience everything for you and let you know what the best and worst restaurants are in our opinion. And that comes out to just $29.70 a meal. Now, to be fair, we are paying a lot more. We're paying $593 instead of $287, but we went from 3 specialty meals to 10. So, you can't really call it a saving, you can call it a value. So I didn't include that. Then, on May the 15th, 2024, they also had the casita, had a 40% off flash sale. So I went in and cancelled the $319.99 one and repurchased it at $239.99 and saved another $80. As you can see there in grey. Huh? And then today, the day I'm recording this, which is what made me think about doing this, I got an email from the Royal Price Tracker people, and they said one of your items has become, cheaper. And I guess today is National Daiquiri Day. So in honor of National Daiquiri Day, Royal had a 24-hour flash sale on the drink package, and it is now 35% off. I paid 30% off the last time. So I went in and I cancelled my one for $1,271.76 and repurchased it at $1,172.64, an additional saving on top of my original saving of $99.12. So overall, literally on 3 items, between the beverage package, the Key, and the casita, since we booked this cruise and bought that stuff, I have saved $609.22. Plus, I've gone from having 3 specialty meals to 10 for a lot cheaper. Again, it's not really a saving, it's a value. A lot of people probably wouldn't want to do that, but you know, just showing you as an example of what you can do. So there you go. That's a nice little tip for you if you're cruising on Royal. And Celebrity does the same thing. Watch out for those flash sales. They don't advertise them necessarily. The Royal Price Tracker is what drew me to that one. But check in regularly, especially on holidays, because they often just do them. They did one on Father's Day. They do them at Christmas. You know, they'll almost certainly do one at Thanksgiving, Black Fridays and stuff like that. So check regularly if you are booked on a Celebrity or a Royal cruise, because those flash sales can save you a lot of money, as you can see. It's kind of similar to if you book a Southwest flight. Keep checking every time there's a sale. Go in and check your flight, because if your flight is now cheaper, you can change it. You won't get money back, but you'll get a flight credit towards another flight. So if you fly a lot, you can apply it to the next flight. So in effect, it is a full refund of the difference. All right. Woof! Wasn't that good? Wasn't that good? All right, so I said earlier we're going to see who's watching these to the end, and we'll also see if anybody watches these regularly. And if you do, you will know who is the person that I pick on the most when I do these videos. And if you don't know his or her name, then just say, I don't know. At least I'll know you watched them to the end. But Dave knows who he is. Send me your tips. Send me your cruising traditions. I would love to use them. I haven't got any more. This is the last one. So I need more, or this is going to end. I haven't got a small violin, but I can't keep it up because I'm running out. Also, if you have any questions, my email is coming up at the end of this. Please send me your questions. If there's a specific topic you would like me to cover, email me and ask me, and if I can, I will. And that's really about it. Don't forget, these come out every Monday. Every Thursday I do a cabin video, and every Saturday I do a general video like a port tour or a ship tour or something, you know, hopefully interesting. And we try and educate you. We don't sensationalize on this channel. We are not desperate for views, which is a good job because I don't get any. With that, I will see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, Mick, at elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.